Butterflies, it's me, your girl, Cheron K. Griffin, aka Madam Butterfly. I hope that you are super amazing on today. I am here to talk about a subject that you probably don't want to discuss, but maybe you want to discuss it, right? And the topic is childhood trauma. Childhood trauma and the effects that it can have on you for the rest of your life, whether good or whether bad. For real, okay? So, I want to start with my childhood trauma. So, my trauma runs very deep, or it used to run very deep. I found myself looking for love in all the wrong places, right? And I was looking for love in all the wrong places because as a 6 or 7 year old child, my uncle was molesting me, okay? And that was very traumatic. And I lived with that for such a long time. Like the pain was so deep embedded in my psyche and in my spirit. And I couldn't release myself from it, right? And I was brought up in the church. I was brought up, not brought up. I was brought up in a church, and I've gone up for prayer, cry, just roll around on the floor, snot, just all of that. But that didn't work. And I thought that I was ready for my healing. I thought that because I was like, hey, God, this is what's troubling me. I thought that God would just like answer right away and release me from it. Now, what I can tell you is that some things can happen just like that, okay? But mine's did not, okay? I've experienced where things happen just like this, but this one, um, this did not. And I felt like I was the woman that needed to touch the hem of God's garment, right? And I'm not trying to bring religion in this, but I'm trying to I'm trying to give an example. If that's the best words I can choose. I'm trying to give an example. That if I could just touch God, that I would instantaneously be healed. But I wasn't. I wasn't. I cried many, 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 many tears. Many tears. Wow. If God could bottle up my tears regarding that, it might be a river. Because I just wanted to be free. I just wanted to let go of it. I just wanted to be healed from it, but it just didn't happen. And because it didn't happen, like my life, it wasn't turmoil because I had some great parts of my life. But that thing, that trauma was still there. That pain was still there. Those tears, that hurt was still there. I remember in my teenage years, I had heard somewhere if you just write the person a letter and you seal it up, that it would just go away. Well, it didn't just go away for me. it was still there. And it was still there into my marriages, right? Um, Again, been married 5 times, and I talk about that a lot. But again, I was looking for love in all the wrong places. So my marriages was a part of looking for love in the wrong places. Now, when you are unhealthy and you are not healed, you will attract a lot of times that same type of energy, unhealthy, unhealed energy. So I found myself just going from situation to situation to situation to situation. And progressively, each situation got worse. But again, I was looking for love in all the wrong places based on childhood trauma, PTSD that I was experiencing as a teenager into adulthood. Childhood trauma can wreak havoc in your life. Like a lot of times you might be wondering, why do you do the things that you do, or why do you act a certain way? A lot of times it's based on things that has taken place in our lives, right? And then other times it's the environment that we were part of or we were around. Um, we can't help what families we are born into. We cannot help as children the environments that we're in. However, those two things play a big role in our lives. Again, hurt people, and healed people help people. So it's imperative for you to know that whatever you went through as a child is not your fault. Um, how you responded to what happened to you in your childhood, it's not your fault. It's not. But what I can tell you is that you can heal from it. Personally, I decided after my fourth marriage that I needed to be healed, right? And because my marriage was also traumatic, emotionally traumatic, um, I decided to go get therapy. And in my therapy, all of that stuff, including my childhood trauma, came up. And as I began to talk about it and share about it, I began to heal from it. Of course, the therapist asks you different types of questions and things like that. Um, and you're going to have to face whatever that trauma is. And it goes back to my last video, the fear of healing. I want to encourage you, do not be afraid to heal. Do not be afraid to heal. Once you get to the other side of your healing, it's going to be the best thing smoking for you. But childhood trauma can cause so much strife in your life that even you don't know why certain things are taking place, right? And sometimes the childhood trauma that we experience is based on epigenetics, right? And epigenetics is when you have a DNA imprint that carries itself, they say up to 10 generations, 5 to 10 generations. So what I'm saying is, down the line, maybe the last generation before you, someone, and I'm gonna say for me, was a molester, and then someone before them, and someone before them, and it just goes back generations, and it carries itself through the DNA. And this is why some people act the way they do, i.e., drug addicts, i.e., molesters, i.e., um, I'll say even mother daughter relationships. Like, it's that deep, y'all. It's that deep. So it's very important that even when you get into relationships and you're wanting to have children with someone, or if you're going to marry someone, it's very important for you to know what's in their DNA, because what's in their DNA can affect your offspring, right? To experience certain things um, that could arise. In my epigenetics, in my DNA imprint, molesters. Do I like saying that? Absolutely not. But the history of it, I've I've seen, and I've talked to other people in my family to know that it's in the DNA. Childhood trauma can cause you to act out. It can cause you to be depressed. It can cause you to do the same thing that was done to you on someone else. Um, from my understanding and from my research, that children who were molested can either be very promiscuous or attracted to the same sex. And I've done that research a long time ago, because I wanted to know why I was doing the things that I was doing. Um, it all goes to looking for love in all the wrong places. So I want to encourage you to take a look at self, right? If you notice that you have trauma that you haven't dealt with from your childhood, deal with it. Deal with it. It might hurt, it will hurt, but deal with it, because the outcome is greater than the pain. The outcome is so much greater than the pain that you've experienced. You know, I don't know what the statistics are now, but they say that 1 in 4 people in a room has been molested. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. And I know that this is a taboo topic. However, there's so many different areas of trauma that one can experience, but I'm talking about my trauma. And in me talking about my trauma, I hope that I'm encouraging someone to heal. Healing feels great. Feel, Healing feels like the release that you've been wanting for such a long time. But the thing is, you have to choose. that you want to deal with that thing that has been affecting you all your life. Let me tell you, I know people in their 70s who are still traumatized by things that happened in their childhood. I do. I don't want you to be like that. I want you to experience your best life on this earth. Now, you might be saying, well, Cheron, why are you talking about this and you're a matchmaker? The reason I'm talking about this as a matchmaker is because I don't want to match people who have unresolved issues that they've never dealt with. I want people to come to me healthy and whole. I want people, or I want to work with people who are ready to experience their best life without traumatizing someone else, right? Because again, hurt people, but healed people help people. So this is why I'm speaking of this as a matchmaker, as a dating or a relationship coach, because it's very important that you come to any situation healed. Now, healing is continuous, right? But the great thing is facing your fear, um, and going to get the help that you need so that you're on the better side of things as opposed to the worst side of things. Because unresolved trauma can cause trauma to someone else's situation, and then it's just a repetitive cycle with hurting people. This person hurts this person, hurts this person, hurts this person. My goal is to have healthy relationships, um, headed to healthy marriages. So, yes, I'm going to speak about anything and everything because it's important that we heal. And I'm setting the foundation for my page. You know, yes, we'll get through the healing part. We'll definitely get through that. And then we'll start talking about dating and relationships and all those things that come with that. But right now, I just want you to understand the importance of healing and dealing with traumatic childhood experiences. And guess what? It's okay. It's okay to say, I'm hurting. It's okay to cry. It's okay to get the help that you've been wanting, that you've needed, and that you've desired. It's okay. It is absolutely okay. I've cried. I've shed many tears. I've heard many stories. But guess what? Healing is at your doorstep. Yep. Healing is at your doorstep. And you can receive everything that you need in this hour. So, one, recognize what the experience was, the traumatic experience was. Two, choose to deal with the traumatic experience. Three, go get the help that you need so that you can come out on the other side. Okay? And four, live your best darn life. Yes, live your best darn life. So, this is Cheron K. Griffin, aka Madam Butterfly. I hope that you got what you needed from this video. Please excuse some of my grammaticals. I'm sorry. but you get the gist of it, and you are going to find peace in your life once you deal with that thing that has been traumatizing you throughout your life. So, whether a parent wasn't there, whether you were like me and experiencing molestation, whether you were being abused somehow, deal with it. Deal with it so you could come out on the other side. And I am a testament that you can be happy after the first half of your life has been hell. You can literally be happy. Trust me, I know. So this is your girl, Cheron K. Griffin, aka Madam Butterfly. I hope that you are flapping your wings, baby, flapping your wings all around this earth and experiencing your best life. If you need life coaching, dating, relationship coaching, or if you're interested in joining one of my memberships or matchmaking, hit me up. Hit me up now. I'm going to tell you, I'm coming for you. I'm going to get you the results that you need, okay? I'm going to get you the results that you need because I'm result focused, result driven. But we might have to deal with some things in order for me to help you get the results that you need. So what I want you to do is like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And until next time, next video up on Wednesday.